Hey guys, I'm Nitij and today we are going to unlock the full potential of React with custom hooks. So in this tutorial, we will focus on building and understanding custom hooks in React. This skill is a must-have for any beginner React developer. So we will start with a quick overview of what custom hooks are and why they are important. Then I will take you through the creation of a custom hook step by step. We will see how to integrate this hook into a React component. So custom hooks are a powerful feature in React that allows us to extract component logic into reusable functions, making our code cleaner and more efficient. So to create a custom hook, I will first remove this default stuff from app.js. Now custom hooks are also functions. So to create a custom hook, we can simply first create a function. So function custom underscore hook. Now custom hooks follow a specific naming convention, which is use and then followed by hook name. So for example, if I want to create a custom hook with the name use custom hook, then this will be a valid name because we have the use prefix before the name of the custom hook. Custom hooks can execute logic like a normal JavaScript function, but the difference is in the utility of a custom hook, which is to refactor the piece of code which is meant to be used again and again in more than one components. So to start with, we can provide an argument with the custom hook. So for example, we can provide some initial values. Then we can use the state variables normally like functional components. Let's say const variable1 set variable1 equals to use state, and then we can either use any custom default value like hard-coded values, or we can use the values which are provided as an argument to the custom hook as the default values for our state variables. We can also use the effect hooks. So useEffect, and then we can execute the callback function when the items within the dependency arrays are changed. So for example, if we want to use this variable1's value as a dependency and then we want to write some code logic over here, then we can do that. We can also write custom code logic in the rest of the custom hook functions body. So rest of the code logic, like there could be functions, there could be normal code statements. Now when we are done writing all the code logic, then we can return some values. In almost all of the cases from a functional components, we return something. So for example, we can either return a single value like a single state variable, or we can also return an entire object with the different properties like variable one and some other value. We can return functions as well. Now let me give you a real live example like how to create a custom hook. I will be using the example of a counter hook. So function use counter, and then there can be an initial value. So I am going to provide the initial argument with the name initial count with default value of 0. So if we choose not to provide the initial argument, then we can have a default value because then we can use it in our state. So first let's initialize the state for the counters count. So count is the state name and the initial count is the initial value. Now we can add the useEffect hook, although there is nothing much that needs to be done in useEffect, but whenever the count changes, then we can simply log to the console the value of the count, and that can be done with useEffect. In this hook, we can also add functions to increment the counter, to decrement it, and to reset it. So like this increment function and the reset function. And finally we can return an object with all of these values. So count, and then let me just copy and paste these three values: increment, decrement, and then reset. Now to use this custom hook, in our component, we just need to first destructure all the values which are being returned from the hook. To do that, we can simply write const, and then now we don't need to destructure everything. We just need to destructure the stuff that we are going to need. But if you need to destructure everything, then you can do that too. So let me just copy all the property names, and then we just need to call use counter, which is our custom hooks name. And for initial value, I am going to provide as 10. Now we can use this custom hook in a normal way, like adding buttons to call these functions increment, decrement, and reset, and also to display the current value of count. So this is how you can easily create a custom hook based on the requirements that you need to refactor away from a functional component. If you found this tutorial helpful, then please consider subscribing this channel. It helps me bring more content like this to you. I'm Nitij, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding.